Hola, buenos días, soy Drake de Buscando Party, bienvenidos a Back to the Future, Regreso al Futuro, episodio 4, dobles visiones, capítulo 3. Vamos a intentar terminar ya
Hey,
este
Emmett, got a
episodio.
sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
Em, ¿Has inventado todo
I
esto
can't
en 2
believe you
meses?
invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
Don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Vale.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter.
¿Y el coche
I thought
cohete?
you were working on some sort of rocket car.
Oh, the rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable, as that incident with Einstein proved. By the way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
¿Cómo funciona?
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
A ver.
Hey,
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Claro.
uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that?
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Como en el instituto del director.
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
Your machine does all that?
Not yet. Frankly, right now, the whole thing's just a gussied-up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course.
Y bueno,
Anyway,
¿te lo has hecho a ti mismo?
did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
No está muy convencido. Vale.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Entonces, en teoría, puedo encender... Aunque igual... Vamos a ver, porque esto lo estuve mirando, porque es algo complejo. Impresora.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together, once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
está el botón, ¿no? Ah, está aquí al lado. Vale, entonces tenemos que provocarle respuestas negativas, ¿vale? Así que, por ejemplo, esto le dará calambre. Y... ¿Y qué más hay por aquí? Acuario.
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. Had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Ah, vale. Pues nada.
Ew.
Oh.
Vale. ¿Y ahora qué hago? Le doy a... botón diapositiva. Está en rojo. Así que tengo que hacer que sea... que sea verde. Olla de estofado.
Ah, that smells much better.
Esto ya os digo, me tuve que mirar una especie de tutorial porque es algo bastante raro. No sé, no lo pillo de todo. En teoría es eso.
Careful.
Tienes
Don't
que
let
hacer lo
all the
contrario.
flavor escape.
Ahora se pondrá verde. Ahí estamos. Vale, vale, vale. Pero vamos, ya creo que lo tengo... que lo he pillado, ¿eh? ¿Y ahora qué hago? Ah, vale, guarda. Vale, vale. Siguiente. Parker. Vale. Vamos a darle calambre. Y las algas. Esto ya os estoy diciendo que lo miren, porque es que lo que es no tener ni idea de cómo hacer esto. Estuve
Want
bloqueado
an
bastante
algae
tiempo
cake?
Sure.
y no me acuerdo exactamente bien de cómo era.
Oh, ew.
Vale, pues nada, vamos a por la siguiente imagen. No es complicado del todo, pero son cosas muy raras. Una combinación extraña que no tiene ningún sentido. Botón diapositiva. Vale. Es verde, así que pasamos. Vale, es un niño. Así que vamos a hacer que se ponga mal. Con esto lo pondremos amarillo.
Ew.
Y con el generador lo pondremos en rojo, supongo. Le daremos un calambrazo, digo yo, espero. Vale, sí. Uf, esto me costó, pero la vida, vamos. Ya os digo. Ay, que le he dado sin querer. Lo tuve que mirar. Está ya en rojo. Así que en principio puedo cambiar de imagen. Tocadisco mismo. Es Trixie.
Ah, that's the stuff.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care.
Vale.
May or may not mean offense,
El botón.
I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care.
No, no, no. Salida no.
What people think of me.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Say I am plucky, so jolly
¿Y ya he terminado?
and carefree. I don't care. I don't care. If I do get the mean and stony
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
it won't be distressful.
¿Y por qué no?
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works
Vale,
while
vale,
the test
vale,
is
vale,
running.
vale, vale, vale. No me diga que lo tengo que empezar de cero. No fastidies. ¿En serio? El medidor de alineación. Pues lo voy a hacer de nuevo y ahora volvemos. Vale, ya he llegado aquí a lo de Trixie, lo tengo en verde otra vez. Creo que es el botón de aquí lo que hay que tocar. Y dará la salida, ¿no? Vale. Oh, soltado humo.
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shoring out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Vale. Lata de aceite.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sí, sí.
Sure.
Vale, en teoría, ¿qué se pone? Aquí la tarjeta. Perfecto.
Bingo. Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Bien, 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 bien. Entonces... ¿La tarjeta la pierdo o se me queda...? Vale, la tarjeta se me queda. Ay. Vale, vale, perfecto. Ah, mira, aquí estaba lo de Tannen, ¿no?
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I better replace it with another one.
Vale. Pues entonces hecho. Ya está, es hecho. Es reemplazarlo, ya está, ¿no?
Okay, Emmett. Get ready to meet the new you.
Hey,
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Vale, entonces podemos estropear el traje con el aceite este, supongo. ¿Sí, Apple?
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Vale, o sea que tengo que coger... esto, ¿no?
That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Vale.
Clever.
Pues me lo voy a llevar del tiro.
What the hell is that?
What?
Ah, la saca.
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
Vámonos.
What?
I was just thinking about the future.
Ah, fu.
All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me.
No,
right
tío,
now.
no.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Por cierto, yo necesitaba... Otra vez con el escape. Que me gusta darle escape, ¿eh? De verdad. Yo no necesitaba un... Impresora de mapeo mental. Botón. No sé qué. Generador. Caballete. ¿El caballete puede ser?
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small
Yo tenía necesitaba
exaggeration, but Edna says it'll
un
attract
álbum, ¿no?
investors. What do you think of the picture?
It's fine.
Really?
Really.
Well, that's a relief. You have no idea how long it took to find one in my mother's photo album that Edna approved of.
¿Dónde está el álbum?
What are you looking at?
Your picture.
Why? Is something wrong?
You look a little
Ah, vale.
constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Vale.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Hostia, pues menos mal que me he acordado, macho. Venga, Marty, hijo mío, coge el álbum. Vámonos.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
Claro.
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
De nada,
I'll
de nada.
mention it.
Bueno, vámonos. Ahora sí que sí,
Hey,
¿no?
Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Y en teoría ahora, ¿qué pasa? Vamos a hablar con Trixie en... Bueno, no, nos falta... esto que es... Cavernícola.
Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause. They're stuck tight in this tar.
Y... vamos a limpiar esto, ¿no?
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur.
¿Puedo cogerlo?
Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
Y en teoría lo tengo ya todo para Trixie, ¿no? Joder, qué raro se controla esto. Trixie, Trixie, Trixie.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I...
No.
Well, it would be fun to...
Oh, right. You got all the...
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
No los tengo. Ah, bueno, a lo mejor se los tengo que dar yo a mano.
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Vale.
Well, they're a little ratty, but, they'll work. How about the diamond in the photo album?
I'll get them to you.
En serio, se los tengo que dar uno a uno, tío. No puede... Toma, hija, el álbum de fotos. Tú.
I brought him its photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo. Now bring me that diamond and we'll be in business.
El diamante lo tengo aquí, hija. Que eres una Hagony.
Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it.
Vale.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long he won't.
Great.
Vale. Vamos a hablar con Doc. Ay. Ah, Doc está aquí liado. Con Edna, ¿no?
Hey, Doc. I mean, Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, what am I supposed to look for again?
A signal that it's done evaluating the time circuits. The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
Ah, o sea, quiere... Soy yo el que tiene que estar atento a eso. Vale, vale, y se pone verde.
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Hey, the light's green. That means Doc could take the DeLorean out again.
Bueno, y la mierda esta de aceite que caduca.
It'll be safe in there.
Vale. Por aquí no puedo ir a hablar con Doc, ¿verdad? No es trampa. Tienes que dar toda la vuelta al DeLorean. Esto es así de
I
guay.
see. Well, you certainly do know a lot.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear. Yes?
Luz verde.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another
Perfecto.
test run. I've got to run a short errand, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
O sea que no ha avanzado tanto. Tiene que avanzar más, ¿no?
Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
Ácido. Y si lo pongo otra vez.
Nope, no green light yet.
¿Y qué hago entonces?
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my
Y a
dear.
ver, no le puedo
Not
contar,
at
es
all,
quiero
Mr.
envejecer
Sagan.
eso.
Take your time.
Much obliged, Miss Strickland. Yes?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's still red.
The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
Sobre mi plan.
I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no. After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Bueno, ¿y entonces qué hago? Si tengo que envejecer eso y no puedo.
Nope, no green light yet.
Esto es muy curioso. ¿Y si hablo con Trixie para que empiece ya a hacer de la suya? Trixie.
A common parlor maid you see before you, but beneath this apron there beats the heart of a... Oh, hiya, kid.
You sure you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long he won't.
O sea que hasta que no venga no puedo. Yo aquí hay algo que no me cuadra. Porque yo recuerdo que esto lo hice y envejecía esto 2 veces. No, la botella no la miré, macho. Mira aquí dentro.
Hey, the light's green.
Ah, ahora, y ahora está verde. La madre que parió al juego este. Y antes, ¿por qué no, tío?
And you're firm in your
Cállate,
Oh,
Edna.
I'm sorry, Miss Strickland.
Call me Edna.
Verde.
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent. Let's hope this time my test run is a success. I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
Se cae.
Any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great.
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
Joder.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm stalling in there, you can... Uh-oh. Where did it go?
The lab.
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Bueno, ya tengo...
Age to perfection.
Y ahora... Qué casualidad, hombre. Paso otra vez el camión este.
Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
Bueno.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Pues yo qué sé. Carl Sagan quiere hablar contigo.
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
Quiero hablar de su invento. Quiero hablar sobre cómo escapó de Kitane. Tiene una pista sobre quién es el pirómano.
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
Claro.
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Puf.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Don't I wish? Emmett?
Yeah?
Vale, Ti. Bueno, y si le tiro el spray
You get
directamente.
back to work. We'll
Pues
catch up
ya lo hemos
later.
hablado todas las conversaciones.
Thanks. There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash.
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well,
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
¿Ya está?
It is?
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Vale. Y ahora otra vez volvemos aquí. Otra vez a la expo. Venga, vámonos. Joder, qué de vuelta voy a dar. Ya nos queda poco para terminar
Doc,
el capítulo. ¿Dónde está Edna?
where's Edna?
She's inside, setting up her booth. It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You got the time circuits fixed.
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and
Awful.
in the timeline you're from,
The right timeline.
yes, I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog. And a bitchin' time train. And
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
oh, well, Edna ends up to be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see.
Awful.
Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, you know, more healthy.
Sí, claro.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you.
Convirtió a Hill Valley en un estado policial, ¿no?
It was her influence that led you to take over Hill Valley and turn it into this nightmare state.
Come now, it wasn't as bad as all that. The crime rate was low, and the uniforms were nice.
I don't believe this!
Awful.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we could find a third way, one where everybody wins. What do you think?
No puedo, tío.
No! I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes.
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
¿Qué pasa?
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Claro, este va a desaparecer cuando borre la línea temporal. Ahí está Emmett.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
Oh, hello, Sonny. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know? No telling how Edna's gonna react. Wish me luck. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Ya está dudas, ¿no?
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have. Anti-stain formula, work your magic.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now.
Ha
We're
funcionado.
gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
my grandfather's suit!
My formula.
Oh.
Don't look. Turn your head. I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
Emmett Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't. I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her,
Yes.
but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is
está
going on
interpretando
here?
el papel.
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs and take back this gaudy diamond
Ouch.
too. I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna, I...
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card.
Y ahora le sale.
I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never
Toma.
want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah. Maybe too great. Emmett!
Ahí está el coche.
Emmett!
Go away.
Come on! Where are you?
¿Dónde va a estar? En el
I'm
reloj.
sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and
The story is over.
Oh.
stay there, Emmett. Don't throw away your future.
I don't have any future. They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
La canción de Trixie.
Stop!
Whoa,
Quieto ahí.
what are you doing up here?
Don't jump!
I wasn't gonna jump.
Then what do
This
you...
is where I come when I want to think,
Oh.
when I want to be alone.
Oh. What are you thinking about?
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
Oh, tormenta.
You don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need... to get your mind off your problems. Go see a movie. I hear Frankenstein's pretty good.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
It's a very inspirational monster movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life. There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air and... And see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing everywhere. It's amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your life.
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything anymore. And I never will.
Don't give me that. You care.
¿Te importan los inventos?
You still care about inventing things.
Inventing is overrated. 99% hype, 10% fraud. Name one invention that ever did anybody any good.
How about... Think about Edison and the light bulb. That was a great invention.
Might have been. If there was anything in this miserable world worth illuminating.
El coche.
The automobile was a great invention, right? You love cars.
Yes. If I'm lucky, I may be struck by one today.
El teléfono.
Telephone. Think how that invention has revolutionized the whole world.
Yes. Now a person can be rejected long distance.
Help me out here.
You're getting on my nerves, Crockett. At least you would be if I still cared about anything.
Me. Care about me, Doc.
You?
Yeah.
You did this to me.
Did what?
I was perfectly content drudging away in my dad's law office. You show up out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing, and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from under me and send me sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I love you, Sonny Crockett. Or is that even your real name?
Marty. My name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
Edna was no good for you. She was leading you down the wrong path.
I see. You had my best interests at heart.
Yeah.
Just like my father.
Oh, but there's more to it, see. Your father doesn't know your true path.
And you do?
Yes!
Está
How is
épico
it
esto,
that I
¿eh?
could
Está
create a
interesantísimo.
mental alignment meter and yet fail to realize that you are completely delusional? Oh, what does it matter? The world is absurd.
No, I know exactly what I'm doing. See? I know this may sound crazy, but you gotta listen. In 1985, you're gonna invent a time machine.
You're right. It sounds crazy.
I'm just trying to explain where I'm coming from. I did it for fun.
You ruined my life for fun?
Yeah, that's how I get my kicks.
You bastard! And all that time you spent building up my dreams, telling me I was gonna be a great scientist!
Yeah, what a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow them.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to...
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, and look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you. Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me?
Perfecto.
My ideas. Great Scott. I've got it.
Got what?
The solution. My invention. I know how to make it work.
Mental alignment meter?
No, my airborne personal transport device.
The rocket car?
Not rockets at all. That was my mistake. The basic idea was sound, but the propulsion system was unworkable. But the lightning! Suddenly the answer is clear. It came to me all at once, like...
A bolt of lightning?
Exactly! Static electricity! Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of frictionless plates inside the... What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8!
Let's get the hell out of here before anything else happens.
What?
I said, let's get out of here before anything something?
No.
It's not going anywhere. Emmett!
What?
I'll help you finish your new invention.
Great! The first step is to get me down from here!
Can you climb up?
I'm afraid I can't find a convenient purchase for my upper limbs.
What?
No handhold!
¿Tienes algo?
Got anything useful on you?
Only my wallet. Oh, and this portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Oh,
Se le ha caído el
Hang in
aceite
there.
ese.
very funny.
No. No, no quiero hacer esto. Quiero coger el aceite, tío. No, sube. Quiero el aceite. Ay, cha, aquí está, vale.
Emmett's solution. This stuff's dangerous.
Vale, vamos a ir a por Emmet. Venga, Marty, hijo, que vas a tardar 10 años.
Hold on!
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
Vamos a intentar cogerle, ¿no? Qué fuerza, picha. Eso no es fácil hacerlo, ¿eh?
I can't swing on it while it's still attached to the statue. I can't swing on it while it's still attached to the statue.
Ah, y la puedo desenrollar,
It's
¿no?
not going anywhere.
¿Y si uso esto? Vale, 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 vale. Ya entiendo yo aquí las cosas humanas.
Hang in there!
I don't have a choice.
Vámonos. Emmet, voy a por ti. Y espero que esta vez salgan bien las cosas, macho. Ah, le tengo que dar en plan... Vale, ahora sí. ¿Por qué no ha funcionado, tío? Oh, vale.
Gotcha!
Let's get out of here.
Pants! They're stuck!
Do something before we're crushed. Ah!
Otra vez el aceite, tío. Que abuso, ¿no?
What are you doing?
Trust me! Hold on!
What did you say your name was again?
Marty!
Marty? Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Tungsten. The catalyst will need to be made out of tungsten, given the temperature within the converter will no doubt be intense. We'll have to harvest the filaments from all the light bulbs in my house.
Your invention. You think you can finish it before the end of the expo?
Think? I've got to. My future depends on it.
Then let's go.
Of course, the oscillating plates will need to be calibrated precisely. Even the slightest misalignment could cause the magnetic field to fluctuate in intensity, leading to sudden shifts in polarity. The results could conceivably be catastrophic.
Who cares?
My thought exactly. Science should be messy and unpredictable, or else where's the fun of it?
El tungsteno es wolframio. Es los filamentos de la bombilla, ¿vale? Por si estáis un poquillo perdido. ¿Qué haces?
Need a lift?
Mr. Sagan, got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least the DeLorean's mundane terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
There, my dear, don't worry. I'm sure we'll all turn out well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe I should get a cat.
Nonsense. I can state with nearly 100% certainty that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
How can you know that?
I think you'll find I know almost everything worth knowing about you and young Emmett. And his friends.
Uf, uf.
Tell me, how much do you know about Sonny Crockett?
Dios, no me digas. Se lía. Nos dejan ahí todo vendido. En plan... y se lía en el siguiente episodio. El 5, que es el último, por cierto. Pero hacerlo también en 3 capítulos. Nos pondrán la típica... Típico adelanto, ¿no? En el episodio final.
Explain it again. I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable. It was science. She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. If Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Doc.
Se acabó el tiempo. Pues nada, chavales, hasta aquí este cuarto episodio, capítulo 3. Y nada, hasta la próxima. Adiós.